4:30 to 8 AM. That's a long time to go without food. This is my room. Got a bit of a view, so that's nice. It's not too bad. It's not too bad. The is covered in plastic, every inch of it. And then this is my dinner, which looks like it might be my pork stuff, so that's okay. It's my bag of paracetamol. I also have a temperature of 37.8. So yeah, codeine. All my drugs. I have a shit ton of water up there and toilet roll. Cutlery to eat.
So the video you just watched there was the day she got picked up, the day she got to the hotel, and the night she got picked up. You're going to now see the video from like 2 days later. She didn't film anything the first day because of the first proper day she was there, because well, naturally when you're feeling that down and lost and alone and everything, filming isn't really the thing you start thinking about, is it? But to her credit, the next day she started filming. Gives her something to concentrate on, and then we can actually show you guys at home, like friends and family, she's okay and this is what she's actually going through. And to the rest of you who are interested in what actually happens if you do get COVID in Thailand while you're traveling, I mean, this is Bangkok, it could be different in another city. This is what you're going to get. This is what is going to happen to you if you get COVID and you have to isolate for 10 days in a hotel. Yeah, so we will show you the rest of the video and then I'll clarify some things at the end.
Good morning. So that's my temperature taken for this morning. We'll have to send it off to my nurse. I haven't got a fever. When I arrived here, I had a mild fever. I was around 37.8. And then since just the morning after, been straight back down to normal. And as well as my temperature every morning, I have to check my oxygen levels, and then I have to take a photo of the results and I send it to my nurse via WhatsApp. I have never actually met my nurse in person. So I have to get up. That has to be done for 8 o'clock every morning. Today I feel like I slept longer. But now we're going to see if breakfast has been delivered. And let's go see what we've got. I don't have a table in here, so I just have to just kind of plonk myself, and if I don't eat breakfast when it gets here, because it's usually a warm meal, I risk having to eat it cold. But there's a muffin today, so that's a start. And it looks like, okay, today food looks like pad thai. Okay, so this is the best looking meal. I'm gonna try and eat what I can, because yeah, I get 3 meals, so I need to make the most. If I like it, I need to eat it. Otherwise, again, I have issues. I need to be out here in 10 days. I desperately want to be out here in 10 days. yeah, I'm gonna get my temperature and my oxygen level sent to my nurse. Other than that, that's probably the only communication I'll have with anyone today. That's the hardest bit. So, done with breakfast for this morning. I've eaten what I can. So now has to go outside. We've got these boxes. That was last night's dinner. So yeah, food goes in the boxes. I don't know how often they get picked up. Mine got picked up yesterday, so I had 2 days worth of rubbish, but I had to have an x-ray yesterday, and some of the rooms had so much stuff, like looked like 3, 4, 5 days worth of food, with all the boxes from here and takeaways. So I'm glad it's not just me that's not over keen on the food. However, breakfast this morning was good. Also gonna try out this muffin. So hopefully that means I've had a decent breakfast. Can't be living on snacks for 10 days. Right, let's try this and see what this is like. Okay, muffin is good. Bit of hope. It's a much better start to the day than yesterday. But yeah, fingers crossed today's a good food day. Fingers crossed. Today's isolation weather is absolutely peeing it down. So this is my view. It's quite nice. It's really nice at night, like the sunset behind the buildings over here, and all the lights in the evening are really nice. I had a balcony. Really wish I had a balcony. I think maybe tomorrow, once I've been here a few days and then I'm not overly poorly, they might let me outside somewhere for 5 minutes. They must have some sort of garden here or something. But I'm just going to show you that the doctor gave me some antibiotics. I cannot pronounce them at all, but I have to take them at 8:30 every morning and every evening. First 2 nights, so the first 2 doses, I had to take 9 tablets at a time, and now I'm down to 4 every 12 hours, so it's not too bad, not too bad. Hello. So it is 12 o'clock, so means that my lunch should be at the door. Let's see what I have. Okay, skizzy attire. I have nowhere to go, so pajamas and harem pants. So just yeah. Okay, so we have got some. I don't know if that's apple or avocado. I don't know what that is. But you eat it with sugar. Interesting. We have got some sort of broth, so hopefully that's nice. And here, I don't know what's in here. It looks like rice. Obviously, got rice with crispy pork. Oh no, it's not rice. Oh god, it smells awful actually. With thick noodles. Okay. I hate thick noodles. Right, let me show you my food. What the egg smells. So we got some noodles, egg, pork. I'm gonna try to eat some of the pork. And we've got or some broth and some sort of fruit. God, it smells so strong. So yeah, it's not awful, but it's not great either. I can't handle the smell. It's just nice to know that I have got my smell and my taste. However, it would probably benefit me if I'd lost my taste in this situation, because, yeah. Well, I'm going to try some lunch. The sun has come out. It's quite pretty. Halfway through. Second full day of quarantine. Yeah. Food is going to be the worst part of this 10 days, I think. Bon appetit. So dinner today has been delivered, and yesterday actually, delivered outside the room before 4:30. I was told when I arrived that dinner was at 5. Either way, that is the last food that you were given until 8 AM. I'm trying to figure out my nurse. My nurse is lovely, but she takes hours to reply, so if I had an issue I have to wait for her to reply. Yeah, so I was told if I order food from outside, it has to be here by 10 and 4 o'clock. Because at 10 and 4 o'clock, the staff members start bringing it up. So you have to obviously order your food in advance because you don't know how long it's going to take. So I ordered my food just after 3 because it said it's going to take half hour to be delivered. And obviously it has to be cooked. But my food was here by 3:30, and at 4:30 my food wasn't here. It got delivered just after 4:30, but I called down to reception at 4:30 and she said food's gonna be here at 5. So I said that means I have to eat my food cold. She speaks some English, the receptionist. She is very rude, and she's like, well, I don't know what you want me to do about it, like what can I do? So the food is poor, like the quality of it's poor. It's always cold, so I'm not eating a lot, which luckily I'm not that ill, but I'm not going to be feeling that great because I'm not getting a lot of food inside me. I have asked my nurse if food is allowed to be delivered after 4 o'clock. Yeah, because at this rate I'm not eating a lot. So yeah, food's cold, quality of the food's bad, and I love Thai food. The food out here is incredible. And obviously I've had to pay £500 to stay here. It includes all my meals, and the meals are awful, and the Thai food out here is so good and it's so cheap, so paying all this money for me not eating, wow, it sucks. But yeah, the lady at reception is very rude. I don't know if I'm the only foreign here. Obviously this place doesn't cater for foreign COVID cases, so it's really frustrating because I just want to eat, I just want to be full. But if I order food, I'm going to eat it cold. The food that comes to the room from the hospital is lukewarm or cold. And to be honest, I was brought here, put in a room with that 1 2 words said to me, so I don't know anything that's going on at all, so I feel very out of my comfort zone. Food again is rice and cabbage, something else. I did order myself a pasta because I thought at least pasta's alright, coldish, but it should be alright by the time it gets to the room. But yeah, it arrived early and then got delivered 35 minutes after it had been here for a half an hour already. So my pasta's cold, but it's alright. I'm going to try as much as I can of it, so I am full. I actually have the contact number of the nurse that arranged this for me. Due to the language barrier, she used WhatsApp to communicate with me. And I messaged her because I said I don't know who to talk to. There's no one here to communicate with me. But I've told her that I'm really struggling with the food, so I'm not eating a lot. Because I did ask for toast as well, like if I could have toast with the breakfast as well, just something more. Because I'm lucky enough that I've got snacks because my friends are here to drop it off. But yeah, this wasn't what I was expecting. I've literally been brought here and shut in a room and left to it. Yeah. Yes, a bit emotional. But yeah, I would like to have someone who can communicate with me clearly so I know exactly what is going on and how I need to do things the right way, because the woman on reception, she just sounds pissy at me. I'm probably the annoying foreigner, but I'm here to get better. And I'm not gonna feel better when I'm not eating. I'm being fed cold food, and at 4:30 in the afternoon is a joke. Because 4:30 to 8 AM, that's a long time to go without food. Like, this is poor. This is poor. Especially when you're paying like £500-600 when, yeah. If I was in a local hotel, I could pay it like a £5 a night and have food brought to my door, really good food, for a quarter of the price. So it's so frustrating. It's difficult, but I'm gonna finish my pasta before I can't eat it anymore. And hopefully the lady will reply and give me some sort of information, because I can't do this for 10 days. I've only been here 2.5. I cannot do it. Yeah. Hi, babes.
Okay, so as you can see, the first couple of days, it's pretty tough on her. So she's explained the food situation, the lack of communication. I know it's isolation, but the fact that no one speaks English. Whenever she speaks to the receptionist downstairs, she is rude to her. Obviously doesn't speak very good English, which is fine, but then why put a foreigner in a hotel that doesn't speak English? Do you understand what I'm saying? We're paying £500. £500 is 20-odd thousand baht. That's more than a month's wages for the average Thai person. So you're telling me that the other Thai people in that hotel are paying a month's wages to stay there for 10 days? They're not. We're paying well over the odds. So you would have thought the least they could do is put an English speaker in there somewhere, because every single tourist is going to speak English, whether they're from Germany, whether they're from Greece, whether they're from Russia, whatever, they're going to speak English. That's not got into consideration. The food. Westerners don't eat rice and curry and pad thai for breakfast, but that's what we're expected to do in isolation. Again, not considering the tourists, the amount we're paying, that should be into consideration from the Thai government, but it's not. The fact that she has to eat at 8 AM, 12 and 4:30. Her last meal is 4:30. How is that right? You tell me. This is what you're going to go through if you end up with COVID and you get stuck in one of these hotels. Your last meal's at 4:30. Most people back at home don't finish work till 6. They have dinner at 7, 8 and then have breakfast again at 7, 8 in the morning. Now you can order food in. You order food in, it will sit there. If you don't order it in before 4, you won't get it delivered to your room. So yeah, you can order food in, but you're still eating at 4:30, 5 o'clock. Just to clarify these little bits of information for you. And remember how much we're paying for this. The place that she's actually staying in is called Lumpini Pinnacle Park Hotel. And the only contact she has with anyone who really speaks English is her nurse. And every time she says she has contact with her nurse, it's a nurse somewhere she's never met, could be male, could be female, and they speak English on the phone. So that's the only kind of communication she gets. She's also asked if she could get some fresh air. They said to her, open a window. The window was locked and they said, oh well, sorry, there's nothing we can do. So she's literally sat in a room with no fresh air, with just the aircon constantly running. For me, I think this is very poor, and I think the Thai government should have a lot to answer for, because what they charge in foreigners for this, it's just a rip-off. There's no other word for it. We could get a better hotel with better food. £500 a month is what, £500 for 10 days is what we live off a month, and we are living better than that. We eat better food more often, we're staying in better accommodation, and you can say this is a rant, but this is the fact of it. Foreigners are getting ripped off and they seem to think it's okay. I don't care if I upset someone saying this, but this is the fact of it. We're living it and there's evidence. My girlfriend is isolating in a room and no one seems to give a shit. It's like, we've got your money, we're going to stick you in that room, fuck it. And my opinion is that's not good enough. So I just want to make you guys all aware that this is exactly what's happening. So that's up. So those videos that Kelly filmed was up to day 2, 3. We left it a couple more days, and I'm going to upload another video tomorrow, the day after, with how she's getting on, because she did message the nurse, and I will tell you about that later on. And just to clarify, that nurse has been as helpful as anyone. She cannot. That nurse who she's WhatsApping is trying. That's all I can say. But yeah, please watch the next video. We'll let you know exactly what's progressed and what's happened, and yeah, that's the truth of isolation in Thailand.